I'm now joined on the show by Michelle Heaton. And Michelle, you are coming over to Billingham soon to start in the further pantomime adventures of Peter Pan at
Yes.
Billingham Forum this festive season, starting 1st of December to the 4th of January. How much are you looking forward to it?
Oh, I'm so looking forward to it. This is my favorite time of year. I think it's most people's favorite time of year.
Yeah.
Everyone's got their tradition at Christmas with their families, and mine growing up was going to see the pantomime at, the Theatre Royal in Newcastle, every Christmas or every Boxing Day. Everyone's got like that particular day that they do every year. And so
Yeah.
when I'm part of that, and I get to kind of help people get in that festive mood or entertain people or help them just switch off from life for those 2 hours. It's a real honor. Like I get to be a part of what I grew up watching.
So you come from a big panto background then, having, gone to all of these shows and watched them when you were younger yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, definitely. When I was first watching Planet from my first memories, I remember watching in awe that these people on stage could change the way that the audience felt, bring happiness when there might be sadness, or bring laughter, or the evil laughs from the evil queen. And I wanted to be part of that. So like from a very young age, I wanted to do what they were doing for me so I could do that for other people. And that's why I love that I get to do it, after all these years. It's quite amazing really that I started 26 years ago now, in the music industry, and then it's come full circle and I get to entertain in pantomime.
It's like you say, it's such like a special thing because like from our experiences covering pantomimes the last few years, we've been to watch the shows and it's just kind of a special atmosphere, it's a magical time of year near Christmas and you can just see the joy that the crowd gets from watching these shows. So I bet it's very exciting to be in Peter Pan again this year, a very popular story, one that a lot of people know at Billingham Forum. So how much are you looking forward to it? Because we were just chatting there, and you're originally from Gateshead, and you mentioned watching these shows in Newcastle. So I guess it is kind of relatively close to home for you. It's just down the road
Yeah.
from you, I guess.
It is, it's amazing. Last year I was in as far away as humanly possible you could get to while still being in England. And that was tough. I was away from my family and I couldn't get home and stuff like that. So this time round, I'm about half an hour down the road from my mum, my dad, my brother, my friends. And I'm still able to go down back home to see the kids and they're going to come up to me. So it's more feasible this year. So I get to kind of have a bit of both worlds. My family, we live in Hertfordshire, and then, my other family who live back in Gateshead, Newcastle, I get to have both and be in Panto. So I feel like it's a win-win. Like I'm really, really excited. And, you just mentioned about the Panto and the story. It's the further, the other story that we know about Peter Pan, and it's really exciting. The script and what Will's done to it, and Liam and everybody has just been absolutely amazing. It really has. I think that my character, Tinkerbell, is spunky and she's relatable, and I can't believe that I get to fly at 46. Like that's pretty good. Like I'm playing effectively a Disney princess kind of thing. And I'm way too old for that, but I'm not knocking it. It's pure delight with my kids that I get to play Tinkerbell. Like this has been the one of the roles I haven't yet played. So it's my first time as Tinkerbell, and I get to do it in such a beautiful theatre, one of the biggest stages in the country, and fly. Like that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's a really good venue to do that, and like you say, it's very exciting. I bet it's refreshing. Like you mentioned there when you're playing a character that you've never played before, and it's totally new to you.
Yeah, it really is. It's really exciting. I'm usually cast as the Wicked Queen, and I love playing that role. It's I really do because it's not me. I'm actually quite calm. So it's really nice to play those roles. But Tinkerbell's just different, and the way that's been written for me, which is amazingly wrote, is kind of brings my personality into it and also a zest for life. And then I get to be stroppy and kind and fun. And the songs that I'm singing are gorgeous. Really, really exciting songs. We get to sing. I don't know if I'm allowed to spoil it, but me and the Jessica, the girl that's playing Angela Darling, we sing Defying Gravity while flying. I mean,
Yeah.
talk about not playing it safe.
I was going to ask what you'll be bringing to the role actually, because Tinkerbell's a very popular character, an iconic one, and like you say, it sounds a bit of music, and it sounds like you'll be embracing the cheers from the audience this year.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. It'll be nice to get cheered and clapped then booed off stage this year. And I really hope that, and I know that what we've got together as a team and the script and the songs that are pulled into this is going to be able to entertain, not only the youngins, but also the adults too.
It's going to be great, it really is, and we're very excited to see the show when it starts from the 1st of December.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just one of them things. Panto season's great, but one of my questions was there, Michelle, when you were talking about, playing Tinkerbell, who's a loved character. What's it like for you, kind of going from evil to good, and
Mhm.
what do you like about the two different kind of roles in Panto, evil and
Yeah.
good?
I like it. I like to play evil because I feel like I'm in the acting role because I'm not like that normally. I'm obviously not
Yeah.
going to threaten people with their heads off in real life. And so you can really channel that and really bring a character. And what I like about Tinkerbell is that she's not one of the normal Disney princesses that kind of just have to stick to the rules of a Disney script, right? She's got a bit of zest. I love how she's written. She's got some great songs, and she's not a what's the word I'm looking for? She's not a victim. I think that's a really good word. She's a survivor like I am and a fighter. And throughout the script and the storyline, she's constantly up against challenges to try and make Peter Pan believe her and goes through every eventuality in every way that she has to. And every wall that's up, she breaks it to get to that point. And that's what I really love about Tinkerbell.
Probably the most well-liked character in the show, I think,
Yeah,
Tinkerbell.
well, fingers crossed.
But no, it sounds very exciting. And how is everything at the moment as we currently speak? Because it's November now, and it starts on the 1st of December, so only a matter of weeks now, and until
Mhm.
you come up for proper rehearsals.
Yeah, yeah, no, it's very exciting. I've learnt my songs and I've almost learnt the opening act because I kind of introduced the panto and I've got a lot of stuff to say by myself. So we're in a really, really good place and I've already tried on my costume. It's beautiful. And yeah, I can't wait. I haven't tried flying yet. So that's yet to be discussed. And also Celebrity MasterChef is on at the minute as well, which I took part in. So that's exciting. So I've got that coinciding with everything that's happening with Panto. So it's a really exciting time for me.
I may as well ask you about that then, whilst we're on them lines. How was that taking part in Celebrity MasterChef?
Do you know what? I'm not allowed to say too much at all, obviously. But it was way harder than I anticipated. But I just loved it. I was introduced to foods I didn't even knew existed, and I certainly didn't know how to spell the name or say it. So, as a mum of two and a mum of two dogs and a husband, we have two air fryers. So I'm probably not the best candidate for a show like this, but I learned a lot.
I bet it kind of opens your eyes to kind of so much more in the food world when you go on a show like that.
Yeah, I definitely learned that I put too much sugar in things. That was a lesson learned.
Yeah, I'm quite bad for that with tea, but I think that can be excused.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, not necessarily the amounts I use, but you'll see.
And can you remind people when that's on as well? When they can catch you on that at the moment?
I believe it is on all throughout November. So it's on
All
in
throughout
November.
November.
Yeah, November and December.
Fantastic. And yeah, like you say, it's a very busy time, and Panto's well upon us. And my final question is, Michelle, it kind of links back to what we were talking about at the beginning. What is your favorite thing about Panto, and what makes you love it so much doing it at this time of year every year?
When you come on that stage and you see the little kids in the front row, and sometimes the dads. Depends on what they're after.
Yeah,
And you see the sparkle in their eyes and the magic and the wonder because they're of that age that they're so innocent and they don't really know the big bad world exists at that moment.
yeah,
And for those 2 hours that they're in the theatre, and for me as well as a performer and the parents, they get that moment of ease and comfort that just reminds them that actually, there is good in this world.
yeah.
And entertainment is like the cornerstone, and performances, live performances are the cornerstone, which we were so neglected from throughout COVID and those years
Yeah.
afterwards. That it's just about time it all goes back to feed our souls.
The arts are a massively important thing in people's lives, and like you say, it's just escapism, isn't it, for a couple of hours, and it's just a magical time, I guess, really, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And lots of jokes, lots of fun, lots of gifts, I'm sure, kids coming on stage, maybe. I'm sure there'll be messes. So I'm just looking forward to it all. Yeah. From what I know about this show, I think this is going to be one of the most amazing shows I've been able to take part in, not just in panto, but in theatre alone. And I've done a few. They've kind of no expense spared when it comes to the graphics and the dynamics of it and the flying. So yeah.
I bet you can't wait. It's a really exciting time, and it does begin from the 1st of December and runs until the 4th of January. But Michelle, we can't wait to see the show ourselves, and thank you so much for chatting with me.
No worries. Thank you for having me. I'll see you then.
See you there.